Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world. We're glad to have you here. Let's get this stream started, and on the way, get the camera open there. And we ended our last stream. I needed to get my crafters and gatherers leveled up to 35, so in preparation for doing their quests. So I did that offline. Let's see here. I went and did some fishing to make sure my fisher was up to level 35. And we also did the crafting. And let's see. We did some collectibles. I mean, not collectibles. We did Grand Company turn-ins so that we could get some more Grand Company seals. And so now we've got enough where we can actually turn in and rank up, get our guild Grand Company rank up a little bit. That will be important for us. Alright, so that's the first order of business, is to go ahead and get ourselves ranked up here. Going to apply for a promotion, and to qualify for the next promotion we had to complete rank 1 in the Grand Company objectives, which we did. We went through and did that dungeon. Halatali, we got to the second boss, which was all we needed to get to finish our Grand Company rank, so that helped us out. And since we've already done that, we need 5,000 seals, which we collected from doing our Grand Company turn-ins offline. By the power vested in me, I hereby appoint you to the rank of Flame Sergeant 3rd Class. By this promotion, you are now eligible to undertake a wider range of company leaves. May you fight to the last for coin and country. And let's see what we got now. Still can't do expert delivery yet. Let's see what's needed for a new promotion here. Sergeant 3rd Class. We need to collect 6,000 seals, so we'll get that offline perhaps later, and keep plugging along, getting our Grand Company rank up a bit. So anyway, since we're here in Uldal, we're just going to go ahead and knock out the Crafters and Gatherers quests here. We got everybody to at least 35, level 35. We'll go see what Serendipity has for us. Oh, there we go. How about that? A nice regen, because you know it's a dangerous world out there for goldsmiths running around the town. Let's see. I've been waiting for you, Anne. You remember Rowerton, the merchant for whom you made those exquisite earrings? He paid a visit not so long ago, hoping to find you present. In fact, he was positively heartbroken that he couldn't speak with you in person. Ahaha, it's hard to believe he was once so furious with us. It's as if that unfortunate incident never happened at all. But returning to the matter at hand, Rowerton has commissioned you to craft a firebrand, one of peerless quality, of course. When you've finished, I must insist that I evaluate your work. It's not that I don't trust your craftsmanship, but Rowerton is an important client, to say the least. Alright, so I need to make a firebrand. See what's going to be involved for that here. Another level down? Yeah, probably so. Earth brand. There it is, firebrand. Well, let's see, we have a normal quality Eye of Fire already. If I can just make a high quality silver ingot, just to make it easier. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, I can make exactly one here. Alright, and we'll have to go buy an owl goat horn, it looks like. And let's see, what would I've got I don't think I have any of the raw materials for that. Yeah, I need a fire rock to do that one. Well, let's go grab us an owl goat horn. See if we can manage to high quality that with a normal quality Eye of Fire. Let's see. No, I'm not gonna buy 15 of those. Am I? I don't know. I might as well. I could resell those for a little bit better, which is something else I did offline. I cleaned up my inventory, put some more things up for sale, and I made some more money, so that's good. One of the things on these underpopulated worlds that we ended up, we've got the Road to 80 buff going, which is amazingly out-leveled our Black Mage. Black Mage is almost level 50 now. I think he's 49, or she is 49. And we're only at story level 35 currently. Another thing that it did unexpectedly, when I came out of Terra Deepcroft, running through the second dungeon of the game, I magically ended up with 1,000,000 gil. I asked Square Enix support about that. They said, "Oh, that's normal," and they pointed me to the article that says that people that are on underpopulated worlds are given 1,000,000 gil. So, like, great, you know, I can always use the extra spended money in this game, especially early on. We may use it to get us some fashion or some other goodies as we need them and go along. So it'll be kind of fun. Let's see here. Alright, so I purchased the horns. Let's see what we can do here to make this firebrand, if we have any luck with this. Alright, 123. Looks like a winner. Let's see. One more should do it, I believe. There we go. And making some of the materials for my other crafts and turning in those grand companies really got my goldsmith up the other day too. But we're not going to do the level 40 quests today. We just want to get the 35s out of the way, just to stay caught up with the story. Is the firebrand ready yet, Anne? Alright, Gigi, I know this is your first evaluation in a long while, but I'm sure you can handle it. Firebrand, burn, burn, make it burn them. Gigi is the one true lord of the Inferno. No, Gigi, no! What did I tell you? No fires! Please forgive him, Anne. I might have knocked something loose when performing maintenance earlier. But I'm certain it's nothing important, really. Other than the occasional outburst, he's been relatively stable. Well, for Gigi anyway. Ah, yes, the scepter. I must say that you've once again done a marvelous job. I'm particularly impressed by how well you set the Eye of Fire in the scepter. This gemstone is the focal point of the design, both aesthetically and practically speaking. It is what allows a thaumaturge to channel the ethereal energies within. And it's what transforms the piece from common instrument of death into stunning work of art. Any veteran thaumaturge would doubtless be satisfied by both the quality and efficacy of this firebrand. I just know Roraton will be happy to receive it. I say we give him the gift that keeps on giving. I say we give him the gift of fire. Gigi, there will be absolutely no gift giving on my watch. Have I made myself clear? You can leave the rest to me, Anne. I'll see that Roraton receives your firebrand and nothing else. And let's see, what do we need here? The upgraded body piece would be good, since this is our first level 35 we're completing. We'll get both craftsmanship and control upgrade there. Final appraisal, okay. Put that one there. And that did go to our armory chest. We also spent time offline cleaning up our armory chest. We had way too many primary and secondary tools in there, as well as some body pieces. Alright. Alright, got that one done. Let's do Weaver next. Oh yeah, might as well put that on everybody. Well, thank you for joining us. How are you doing today? Drop a message in the chat if you'd like. I'll be happy to respond. We're here to just make your morning, afternoon, evening as enjoyable as possible. So just take care, and if you just want to lurk, that's fine too. Just want you to enjoy the atmosphere and hang out with us for a little while. We're broadcasting today on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Trovo, and DLive. Greetings, Anne. If you've the time to spare, there is a task I would like to assign you. Wawaruka has requested your services once more. It seems his precious attempt to woo Kokomo met with disastrous results, as I predicted. It would be best if he told you the rest. Now, run along. You know where to find him. Yeah, this is the little guy that, he's like the quartermaster of the Miners Guild, I believe we found out. So we'll be lazy and just hop over to the next Aetheryte here. Hey there, Anne. So what did Big Rose tell you? That the brass blades chased me all over town? Well, it wasn't that bad, but Kokomo's pa did run me off, calling me a disgusting pervert and whatnot. But I ain't giving up on her that easily. No, sir. She's something else, my darling Kokomo. See, one day I was making a delivery to Babawai's shop when these two boys walk in and start hassling the customers and staff. So I confront the young'uns, and it gets a little heated. Long story short, I have to make them leave. I'm a little roughed up at this point, as you might expect. Then here comes Kokomo, all grace and splendor, thanking me for what I done. And when our eyes meet, I suddenly realize that I can't hear a word she's saying because my heart's pounding harder and fiercer than the hammers. Till then, she was just a nice young girl helping her father, but then she had to go and look at me like that, and I wanted to say something, but my words left me that day. But I can do it, Anne. I just need to do it properly, like a gentleman. After talking with me mates in the bar, I'm thinking a more conservative approach is in order. If I wore, say, a quality linen shirt, it would show that I'm a responsible, respectable man. I'll meet you at the guild for the fitting as usual, all right? So we got to make a high-quality linen shirt. Let's see here. There it is. We've got some yarn already from when we were doing our offline crafting. And let's see, undyed linen. And we got to make us 2 algo leathers. Or at least one more high quality. Good, already got the materials for that. Right. Oops, where am I going? I guess I could run there, but I'm feeling lazy. Have you made your client's shirt yet? He seems quite eager to try it on. Well, I think we can all agree this is far more appropriate than a leather harness. Cor, this is perfect! I never knew fancy clothes could be so comfortable. Sir, could you please explain how you chose those other garments? Well, the hat belongs to a goldsmith I know. Says it makes me look smarter and whatnot. The subligar is courtesy of another miner. He reckons that us men what work the mines ought to flaunt our chiseled bodies, like this, and that trousers are overrated. The gauntlets and boots are the best-selling wares at me armorer friend's shop. Bit gaudy if you ask me, but if everyone else thinks I'm fashionable, who am I to tell them different? Impressive, ain't it? You don't have to tell me. I can see you think the same. Gods, I've been such a fool. I should have asked me mates for advice from the start. But sir, I say, sir! How can he be so blind? It's absolutely, totally, and in all other ways inconceivable. He's hopeless, utterly hopeless. Beg your pardon. I don't know what came over me, if you'll excuse me. Let's see, which one? Not that it matters. We'll have them all here shortly. Do we already have? We have some lower level goggles. That's what they are. All right, well, let's grab the hand pieces for now. And they've got final appraisal as well. All right, let's put that on everybody. And it will be time for Alchemist next. All right. All right, what we got going on here? Eagerly have I awaited your return, my able assistant. Does your chest not ache with the intake of every excited breath? Do you not tremble in joyous anticipation as your hand reaches forth, seeking to nudge open the door into the realm of alchemy's most sought-after secrets? You do? Well, try to ignore that feeling for now. Before we can fully commit ourselves to our research, there remain a few irksome details that must first be addressed. As ever, I speak of these unending orders from the guild. Brew this potion, concoct that elixir. Ugh! Surely you grow as weary as I of these constant demands on our precious time. We must be allowed to concentrate. I have an idea to end these nibbling distractions, and it involves you. March over to Dietrich's desk and petition for a complete cessation of these interruptions. I'd handle it myself, but I fear the man's become unheedful of my words. Okay. Let's march on over here. Master Severian demands to be spared from any further official guild duties. I am a simple receptionist. How can I possibly deflect the expectations of our senior members? His obsessive research is wearing thin the patience of both colleagues and clients alike. I fear if we do not restore at least a modicum of goodwill, his attempts to redirect tasks will be met with the staunchest of opposition. I doubt our guildmaster realizes the precarious state he finds himself in. It is only his substantial skill in alchemy that convinces others to tolerate his growing eccentricity. That said, many would gladly trade that skill if it would return him to his former, somewhat less manic self. Nay, 'twas not always like this, but ever since the calamity robbed him of his one true love, I have witnessed him transform into this feverish madman, desperately racing through experiment after experiment. I delve into areas best left unexplored. We should return to the topic at hand. Of the various orders the guild needs met, the one of highest priority is a request for a vial of high ether commissioned by one of our more valued patrons. I would suggest you lend your focus to this particular assignment and create an uncommonly potent sample for delivery. Perhaps then it would be enough to both satisfy the patron and allow enough forbearance to free the guildmaster of other tasks. I hesitate to encourage this kind of behavior, of course, but I realize what Master Severian's work means to him, and I would be grateful if you could keep an eye on him. I fear for his well-being, and you are the closest thing he has to a friend. Well, did you browbeat that Dietrich fellow into submission? Ah, a conditional surrender. I suppose a single vial of high ether is a small price to pay, but let it not be said that my assistant fails to deliver. You will need to employ advanced and somewhat involved alchemical techniques to produce the elevated quality of high ether required. Best you begin at once. All right. Vial of high ether. There it is. So we'll need distilled water, matron's mistletoe, and mandrake. Alright, they don't sell these. We're high enough level now where we're going to not find most of the higher level components. Yep. Alright, matron's mistletoe and mandrake. Let's see if we can buy them cheap. Otherwise, we'll just go snag a few of them out in the wild. Gotta get my mouse focused over here. I'll buy one from there. That's not bad. I'll get these three. Alright, let's see what we do here. Well, this should be no problem. Should be. That high quality distilled water makes all the difference in the world. How does your work progress? Have you succeeded in concocting that remarkably efficacious high ether? Yes, I have. Is he going to do his thing? Oh, yeah. Yes! Rejoice, my impressively adept assistant, for you have forged the key to our freedom. Who could not be moved by such a masterful example of mana-restoring splendor? Mayhap your post-assistant career lies in the manufacture of this wonderful substance. You would, I suspect, need to purchase coffers that they might overflow with coin. Even among alchemy's more incredible inventions, the manufacture of ether stands out as a singularly profitable venture. It is an innovation that changed the face of battle. Mages were no longer limited by their natural reserves of etheric energy. A few swallows of alchemical brilliance, and a sorcerer could fuel another barrage of spells. It cannot, of course, sustain their powers indefinitely. As we have already discussed, any potion taken in excess becomes the equivalent of poison. Oh dear, was I lecturing again? It is difficult to contain my passion for alchemy with the goal of my labors looming so close on the horizon. You have accomplished a minor miracle today, my dear assistant. With all obstructions to our research thus adroitly removed, let us move on to the final stage of experiments. Okay. And equip those. And we'll knock out minor while we are here in Ul'dah. Nothing for them. All right. If you're just joining us, welcome. We're glad to have you here. How are you doing today? Let us know in the comments section there. If you just want to lurk, by all means, do that as well. Just enjoy the atmosphere with us today while we go through our adventure here. If you'd like to check out blogs and our streaming schedule, you can go to www.zenlifeenterprises.com. We're getting our crafters and gatherers leveled up. Well, not leveled up, but their job quests done, level 35, and then we're going to move on with the story, with the main story. Good to see you again, Anne. You'll be pleased to know that Roger was deeply impressed with the obsidian you got for him. More so than that, he was impressed that you bested Wide Gully in the contest. 'Tis no ordinary miner who can outdo the vice foreman's own son. Lest you wonder, I knew full well who Wide Gully's father was when I tried to pair you both up. I also know for a fact that he has his sights on my position. There are some who whisper in my ear that I should expel him from the guild, but I can't help but think that's short-sighted. After all, it's hardly a crime to want to be guildmaster. What's more, Wide Gully is a tremendously gifted miner, and I'm not in the business of punishing excellence. To be sure, I'm still better overall, but I'm not above admitting there are certain areas in which he's more knowledgeable. I tell you this because you'll need to speak with him again for your next task. We've received an order for 20 raw amethysts, you see, and none among us know more about the stones than he does. Now, I realize you didn't exactly get off on the right foot with Wide Gully, but the two of you are guildmates, and guildmates help one another no matter their differences. All right, well that sounds good. Strolling on over, bold as you please, after humiliating me the other day. You've got some gall, adventurer. I know why you're here. I heard about the order for raw amethysts too. No doubt you're wondering where to find them, and you're after my hard-earned knowledge. Well, I'll gladly share it with you. Why so obliging, you ask? 'Cause the knowledge ain't going to be worth a damn to you, that's why. You'll find all the raw amethysts you can carry near about Hopeseed Pond, over in the Central Shroud. The problem has to do with the beasties inhabiting the place more than aught else. Lindworms, stropers, sprites. I hear tell even Jaded Jody's made her home there. Even Raoban would have trouble taking a stroll through that neck of the woods, let alone a common adventurer playing at miner. I don't expect to see you back here with 20 hairs on your head, much less 20 of them stones. Ha 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 ha. Okay, Wide Gully. Raw amethysts. Looking at our map here. Yep, down there near Halka Manor. So let's just port into Gridania and then back out, and we'll ride on down there. Get us 20 raw amethysts. From the White Wolf Gate will be good. There's one showing up here. Alright, let's see. 87% chance of getting that. Get as many as we can here before our GP runs out there. Well, how am I going to get out here? There we go. Alright, well that'll get us 20. With one to spare. Alright. Back to Ul'dah. You'll find your raw amethysts near about Hopeseed Pond over in the Central Shroud. Let's see how much you're willing to risk for 20 of them. Ha 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 ha. Oh yeah. Bugger me! You mined these amethysts? I can't believe you made it past all them nasty creatures. Though might be as it's time I stopped being so surprised. You God's damned adventurers come through more often than I care to admit. Any road, it's one thing to find the amethysts, but do you even know aught about them? Their properties? What they represent? Huh, thought not. Well, here's a free lesson. Amethysts are lightning aspected gemstones, prized as embodiments of calmness, decisiveness, and intuition. In coming back with such a large haul of them, it would seem you've got all these things. I might have been hasty to pass judgment. The more I see you work, the more I see why the Guildmaster's so fond of you. I never imagined an adventurer would give me my toughest competition, and I was learned better than that, to take every adversary earnestly. Seems I'll have to redouble my efforts if I'm to secure my place as the best in the business. Don't you worry about the precious amethyst you brought. I'll see them safe to the guild stores. I look forward to our next contest, adventurer. That's when I'll drive the pickaxe home that I am the better miner. Yeah, let's see. Take a body piece. Alright, updated gear for the gatherers now. Alright, let's see. Let's move on to Limsa or Gridania. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Beaton, let's see what you've got for us. Well, well, if it isn't Anne, you grow more popular with every commission. Take that walnut cane, for example. You remember, don't you? The one you crafted not long ago? It must have left quite the impression on Gerhard because he has once again requested your services. This time he would have you craft an oak longbow, a quality longbow, but I presume you already knew that. Gerhard's squad is considered one of the finest units in the Yellow Serpents. They are oft-tasked with dangerous missions which carry them deep into hostile territory. Our soldiers should never want for the best materiel. I trust you will not disappoint, Anne. Okay, oak longbow. There it is. Alright, so we need some ash branches. There we go. They've got two for us right there. Go. And a steel ingot. I forgot to do my innovation, but shouldn't matter, I think. At least I hope not. Right there. Here we go. Awesome. All right, excuse me just for one moment, please. All right, thank you. Have you the longbow, Anne? Why, yes, I do. Marvelous. Simply marvelous. Some carpenters claim that oak is ill-suited for use in longbows and that other woods are far preferable. But I would say you've chosen your materials well. This particular specimen is both hard and elastic, and I see no reason to believe it will take a permanent bend. Of course, we have you to thank for that. The finest materials are nothing without a skilled craftsman to mold them. Indeed, this longbow is a testament to your ever-growing skills. Gerhard will approve. You may take it to him at the Adder's Nest. Ah, Anne, do you have that longbow I requested? My word, I see my faith in you was not misplaced. I have a young archer under my command who will be thrilled to receive this. It's of critical importance that my squad keeps its weapons and armor in good shape. Our reconnaissance missions often require that we spend weeks in isolation without any form of support. In fact, we leave for our next mission on the morrow. Unfortunately, this means I must once again postpone my visit to the guild. If Beaton complains, just give him a piece of quality lumber on my behalf. That should provide ample distraction. He's always been more passionate about his work than anything else. But I imagine you learned that long ago. Until we meet again, Anne. Alright, well, let's go break the news to Mr. Beaton. Gerhard was satisfied then. Good, good. Another mission? I understand. We are both professionals with responsibilities that cannot be ignored. Even so, it always gives me cause for worry. I do not question his ability as a commander or as an archer, but irrational as it may be, forgive me. I am cursed with an overactive imagination. It is nothing, never mind. We shall speak again when next I have a commission for you. We got all the pieces, right. Alright, next leather worker. Alright, Miss Jiva, what do you got? Sluggards and slouches, the lot of them. And don't tell me you haven't noticed as well. Uneven seams, slipshod stamping. The work produced by the guild's rank and file in recent days simply isn't up to snuff. Whether it be the impending exhibition or this whole Angerbotha business that is distracting our craftsmen, I do not know. What I do know is that if they don't get their act together, and soon, we're at risk of actually losing business to those charlatans. I will not stand idly by as a lack of discipline undoes the reputation that our guild has worked so long to achieve. Someone needs to remind those slouches why they became leather workers in the first place, and I've decided that person will be you. Yes, you, Anne. Surprised, are you? Ha! I may question your skills, but not your dedication to our craft. Bring me the finest pair of boarskin ring bands you can craft, and show me that my trust hasn't been misplaced. It would be only the slightest of exaggerations to say that the future of this guild, not to mention your future, hangs in the balance. Now, get to it and show your good-for-nothing guildmates how it's done. A pair of boar skin ring bands. Not there. Must be up here. There they are. One boar leather and a steel ingot. Easy peasy. Well, Anne, have you crafted for me the finest boarskin ring bands this guild has ever seen? No pressure, of course. Is that a smudge? One could hardly call this perfect. Fortunately, it is not perfection I sought of you, but pure single-minded devotion to the craft, and from the moment I took this ring band in hand, I knew you had not let me down. Well, thank you for finding the fault right off the bat there, Jiva. Clearly you possess a keen understanding of the ideal ring band. The boar skin, light, sturdy, and resistant to friction, is reinforced by steel links to afford protection without weighing down the wearer. Clumsily crafted ring bands have been known to distract those that would wield magic. Yours, however, are so well balanced that one might forget that she is wearing anything at all. This is a true accomplishment of leatherworking and will serve as a clarion wake-up call to any loafer content with churning out substandard work. I will be honest with you, Anne. When you first came stumbling through our doors, I reckoned I'd have an easier time making you into a saddle than a respectable leatherworker. How pleased I am to have been proven wrong. You have risen to the challenge and become a model to the entire guild, which reminds me, I have spoken to you of the Gridanian exhibition, yes? The day of opening draws near, and I must devote myself fully to producing our new line of leather fashions. As this will afford me little time to devote to everyday affairs, I require someone to handle the more demanding commissions until the exhibition has come and gone. I have decided that you are the woman for the job. That's right, your next task will be to serve as my personal assistant. Don't even think about neglecting your training. Is that clear? Awesome. All right, well, a little bit of sugar there with that vinegar. All right. Next botanist here. If you're just joining us, welcome. We're glad to have you here. How are you doing? I hope you'll drop us a message in the chat. If you just want to lurk, that's fine too. We welcome having you here just for the atmosphere and hanging out with us. You could visit us on www.zenlifeenterprises.com for blogs and schedule. We're currently broadcasting on YouTube, Trovo, Facebook, and DLive, as well as Twitch. Anne, you couldn't have come at a better time. A dear old friend of mine has found herself in a predicament and is in dire need of a botanist's aid. Normally, I would not trouble you with a request of such a personal nature. This task, however, should serve you nicely in your training. A contingent of the gods' quiver has just returned victorious from a hard-fought battle with the Ixal, and my culinarian friend Yanni has been tasked with overseeing a feast befitting the occasion. Unfortunately, she is suffering an untimely shortage of a key ingredient. I would ask you to harvest 20 laurel leaves, which can be found amidst the lush vegetation to the northeast of Little Alamigo in southern Thanalan. Then bring them to me for inspection. All right. 20 laurel leaves, northeast of Little Alamigo. There they are. Up there in Broken Water. Yep, let's go get those. Well, if I could get position there. Laurel leaves. %. Oh, that's good. Easy to get those. And that almost leveled up botanist again with all those. They will definitely be leveled up turning this in. I would ask you to harvest 20 laurel leaves, which can be found amidst the lush vegetation to the northeast of Little Alamigo in southern Thanalan, then bring them to me for inspection. Oh, yeah. Let me see here. 1920. And nary a withered leaf among the lot. Yanni will be pleased as peas. Speaking of which, Anne, do you know why laurel is so prized by culinarians across the realm? Not only does it boast a most pleasant aroma, deep yet not overpowering, the perfect accent to a savory stew or a seasoning for a steak, but it is also known to stimulate the appetite. The brave men and women of the gods' quiver feast now, but it is only a matter of time before they are summoned back to the field of battle. Deliver the laurel to Yanni that she might prepare a feast that will warm their hearts as well as sate their stomachs. Okay. There they are. Greetings, friend. Are you perchance the botanist to whom Fufucha entrusted my order for laurel? Well, I can see why Fufucha is always singing your praises. These will be among the crispest, most aromatic laurel leaves ever to grace my spice rack. Ixali raiding parties grow more relentless with each passing day. I fear that the day will soon come when we can no longer afford to feast our men as heartily as we do today. Still, Gridania's finest require sustenance as much as they need their lances and bows. I am but a simple culinarian, but I would do what I can to support my countrymen, and yet there is only so much I can accomplish on my own. In any event, I am grateful for your aid. Pass along my thanks to Fufucha and let her know that I shall be calling upon your services again. Thanks, Yanni. I hear Yanni was overjoyed with your delivery. Thanks to you, she'll be able to prepare a feast befitting the triumphant occasion. And yet, truth be told, I take no pleasure in martial victories. Every day that we continue to water the soil with blood, I fear we lose something of what we once were. There was a time when Gridanian and Ixal alike lived in harmony with nature and with each other. Is there no other way to resolve our differences than with lance and arrow? Forgive me, Anne, I do not mean to burden you with my troubles. We got the body piece. Let's see, headpiece is 38. That's +3. Oh, the gathering maybe what I want for now. Yeah, let's take the gathering bonus. Let's see, blessed harvest. Yeah, we'll replace that one there. All right. And we're done with the Gridanian crafters and gatherers. Off to Limsa Lominsa now. Going to drop a quick note here to the channels. Alrighty.
On the pad finally.
Oh, sorry about that. We got
it's kind of weird.
Oh, nice cross up, but losing corner positioning off that might not be worth.
Yeah, we don't need that going. Let's turn that off. I do some minor housekeeping here. Alright, that should do it. Thanks for your patience. Alright, well, let's get on with this. Alright, every time I switch my mouse pointer to back to the game here, we get a little bit of lag, it looks like. Very interesting. Boy, that is ridiculous. Alright, let's very strange. Alright, well, let's put the pointer back out then. We will not use our mouse over there if it's going to be doing that. Alright, Mr. Brithale. Set phaser to stun. Something evil's brewing in me belly, I tell you. Can't seem to keep anything down. Too many at the winch, I reckon. Couldn't have come at a worse time either, with phaser breathing down me neck. Now, when it comes to the market, you've never met a tighter miser than old Phaser, but at the Coliseum, the man throws gold at fighters like water at a fire. They know it too, so they ask their patron for a new blade, and once they get their blade, now it's a bigger, sharper, shinier blade. Before you know it, I'm wasting me waking bells forging weapons for folk what ain't got arms enough to wield them all. Don't get me wrong, I'd gladly take the Whoreson's coin, but I ain't up to it this time on account of me condition, which is why I need ye to make whatever needs making in me stead. Have a word with Phaser and see what he wants. Let's see, any better here? So maybe improving a little bit there. So Brithale sends you to me yet again. I am flattered he holds me in such esteem. As you may have heard, I have an eye for able warriors, yet without the proper arms and armaments, ability is for naught. Forge me one steel bouge of equal parts splendor and might, and you and Brithale shall know the bounty of my generosity. But fail me, Anne, and I may be forced to reconsider my arrangement with Naldique and Vimeles. Deliver a steel bouge. There it is. 2 steel ingots and oak lumber. One oak lumber. Oh, what did we get? Our weathered wristlets. Got a spirit bond. We'll get another material from that. And I guess what I can do offline too is actually make me some more crafter stuff. Yeah, we could make some crafter rings, crafter wrists. What do we not have yet? Here we got some earrings, which we've been using since level 15. We could update those. Choker, just everything on the accessories side. It looks like we could get update. Give us some more crafting points or CP. Alright, well, let's make that bouge. Alright, let's set this phaser to stun. Now why is it clicking on that one? I am obviously facing him. One steel bouge, Anne. Make the greatest weapon you've ever made, then throw it away and make me a better one. You've come with my gift? Excellent. Let us have a look, shall we? I demanded nothing short of perfection, and you have exceeded my every expectation, Anne. A finer bouge I have never seen. A well-wrought oak haft with a solid steel blade, more than sharp enough to slice through sinew and bone. Many an auroch's neck shall it cleave. I cannot wait to see it wielded. Yes, the glory of the steel boots you have forged for me shall be sung in the screams of all who stand before it. I see my trust in you was not misplaced, Anne, and I trust I shall have need of your skills in the future. Got all the pieces. Yep. Alright, next armor. Alright, Hananza, what's up? Pans of steel. Greetings, Anne. I hear word you bested Blanster in an armor's contest of skill. An impressive feat, and one of which you should be proud. But I'm afraid you've made a most troublesome enemy, for he is both persistent and vindictive. As you well know, I speak from bitter experience on that matter. Rather than dwell on this unpleasant rivalry, however, I would have you focus on your craft. Ready your hammer and pliers, Anne. There is much and more to do. Master Lingzeth over at the Bismarck has commissioned a new steel fry pan, and, as one might expect of the head of the Culinarians Guild, he accepts only the finest of wares. Now, compared to pounding out thick protective plates of armor, cooking utensils, being generally smaller and lighter, require a somewhat more delicate touch. You must bring all of your concentration to bear, lest you risk ruining the entire piece with a single misplaced blow. In light of recent events, which have no doubt left your mind scattered, I believe a task that fully engages your faculties will prove beneficial. Let us not keep Master Lingzeth waiting, Anne. To the forge with you! Steel fry pan. There it is. Let's see. We've got a regular steel plate. Well, let's give it a shot. See how it works out. We'll make a high quality oak lumber for starters and just use that. And if we fail, then that's okay. We'll just try another. Alright. Yeah, good condition right off the bat is nice. Oh, and an excellent. Well, that'll do it. Got lucky. Where is that fry pan, Anne? Is it true that you are no longer some rank novice, but do not think your posterior safe from the toe of my boot if you choose to dither and dally? Ooh. Truly, another consummate work. I can find no flaw with its weight or balance. It is not so heavy as to be a struggle to lift, yet it remains sturdy enough to endure the frantic pace of the Bismarck's kitchens. I trust at this juncture that you comprehend in full my earlier warning. To produce a fry pan of this quality would most certainly have required your undivided attention, and I can tell this item received just that. The consistency of the metal's thickness is all the evidence one needs. This type of precision should not be undervalued. In this case, should the fry pan be poorly forged, the heat of its cooking surface will be uneven, and such flaws are unacceptable to an exacting culinarian such as Master Lingzeth. Even the sturdiest of utensils, however, rarely last him more than a few seasons. It is a struggle to find armorers who can meet his demanding specifications when he turns to our guild for replacements. I had long intended to assign this commission to you, but your encounter with Blanster had me doubting your ability to concentrate. This is one of those rare occasions when I am happy to be proven wrong. Your uncompromising attention to detail continues to be an inspiration to your colleagues. And speaking of details, there is one that remains untended, delivering this fry pan to Master Lingseth's hands. I trust you do not need directions to the Culinarians Guild. All right, well let's give this frying pan to Master Lingseth then. You've come to deliver me new fry pan, have ye? Well, now, ain't she a beauty? With this pan, I'll be able to whip up all sorts of dishes and not fret about burning the middle or undercooking the edges. You say this was your work? Only the Forge Master herself has ever been able to make utensils what I'd consider worthy of the Bismarck. Seems like I finally got me another craftswoman I can trust. You're welcome in me kitchen any time, lass. And why he has an armorer's tool to give me, I don't know. Alright, and since we are here, let's do our culinarian of cooks and books. Right good of you to drop in again, Anne. You'd be surprised how many of your guildmates stop coming altogether, thinking they know all what needs knowing. But as any scholarly would tell you, the learning never stops, and I speak from experience. There's some that say I'm the best in the realm, but there ain't a day what passes that I don't discover something new. Now, you and me, we're chefs first and foremost, but there's more to the restaurant business than just cooking. That's why I want you to speak with Letitia, our bookkeeper. Before coming to us, she herself was a scholarly doing customs work at Malvin's Gate. You stand to learn much more by seeing things from her perspective. And the chef who prepared Lord Lolorito's meal in the Guildmaster's stead. Thanks to your heroics, the Bismarck's reputation came through unscathed. We all owe you for that. So, what brings you to my counter? Master Lingseth would have you learn about the restaurant business at large, you say? Why, of course. It would be my pleasure to share with you such knowledge as I possess. But before we begin, I could do with a bite to eat. It has been a long and busy shift, and I haven't had the chance to sit down to a proper meal. By way of board, might I trouble you to prepare some ratatouille for me? And call me spoiled, but please make it the most exquisite serving you can manage. My thanks in advance. Some ratatouille. Wizard eggplant, ramhorn zucchini, ruby tomato, lavender oil, and garlic. Yeah, we don't have any of these goodies. Not sure we can get the tomato, ruby tomato, zucchini, wizard eggplant. There's ruby tomato. Need the garlic too. Yeah. Looks like we don't have the others. Lavender. Did they have lavender? Need 4 lavenders for the oil. Nope. All right. cheap, but there's nobody that just sells just one. You got to sell tons of those for some reason. Let's see, lavender. No, I don't want to buy one for 1,000. I don't want a gazillion of them either. Alright, let's see what's next. What other things might we find? Wizard eggplant and ramhorn zucchini. Well, that's reasonable. I could just buy 10 of those for cheap. No, I'm not gonna pay that for a gazillion ramhorn zucchini. What I'm going to do is just go pick these up myself real quick. The cost of a teleport will be cheaper than getting those. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Well, there we go. Raincatcher Gully, alright. Oops, I hit the wrong skill there. But we didn't miss it. Alright, that'll be enough of that. And then let's see, some lavender oil needs some lavender. In Central Shroud, Front Branch Meadows. Need at least 4 of those. This is where we could gather cotton balls if we wanted to. We've got 2 of those. We might want to gather a few more of those while we're here. Grab us some lavenders. Just in case we need to make cotton cloth or cotton thread in the near future. Well, there goes that lag again. Yeah, we'll just switch out our mouse. I'll have to investigate that later. Alright, well that'll be enough for that. Let's go back and make our ratatouille. Mix us up a bunch of bottles here of this lavender oil. 3 servings of high-quality ratatouille. So we can give one of those to Letitia, and we'll turn around and sell the other 2 as singles on the market for folks who'd just rather buy it than make it. And I will take care of that offline at some point. I don't mean to rush you, but if the ratatouille takes much longer, I fear I'm like to pass out from exhaustion. Chill, Letitia, here it is. Ah, such an enticing aroma. I will enjoy this right away. I can't remember the last time I had such tasty ratatouille. That was truly wonderful, and with my hunger sated, we can now delve into the kind of work I do here. In fact, you have just witnessed one of my more important duties. Keeping track of our members' progress, I've found that sampling each person's rendition of ratatouille gives a marvelous insight into their growth. Owing to its simplicity, the vegetable sauté lends itself well to variation, allowing the chef to pour himself into its creation. Indeed, your own bespeaks your ability to create a quality dish under strict time constraints. Do not underestimate that skill. You'll find a great deal of a restaurant's success lies in performing tasks expeditiously. As an example, some other services I provide are procuring ingredients, ensuring our equipment functions, and, perhaps most importantly, listening to our customers. If any of these tasks were ignored for an extended period, it is fair to say the Bismarck would fall into chaos, and our name would lose its considerable luster. Well, I trust you now have something of an insight into my responsibilities. I only wish that all our members shared your curiosity about what goes into running this place. Alright, and last but not least is Fisher. Let's see what we got to catch for this one. Get this one knocked out, and then we'll be moving on with our Black Mage in the story. Hey, Sissapoo. A fish out of water. Your goblin-friendly friend was looking for you earlier. He was hoping you'd make his fishiest fantasies come true. He recalled a fish that tickled his fancy some years ago and now needs you to procure the necessary fish for him. This desert catfish, as it is apparently called, is indigenous to, and this is the truly mind-boggling part, the desert, of all places. Toktik spoke of a trapper named Ugoromuli who'd fished one out of Forgotten Springs in the southern reaches of Thanalin. If you want that catfish, you'd best go and speak with her. Okay. Fortunately, we got there when we were doing our quests for Titan there. Alright, here's Ugoromuli. Friend of Toktik's, you say? Sure, Dune fished my fair share of desert catfish. Never eat them, though, know that much. Only ever used them as sandworm bait. Thought of eating desert catfish hadn't occurred to me until the goblin devoured it before my eyes. Still wouldn't touch them myself. Different fish for different folk, as they say. No problem fishing them out, though. Can even tell you how it's done. Just comes down to the right bait in the right place. Nothing to it, really. Easy as dropping a line with some sand leeches at the fishing hole east of Byragot Strike, near the Amalja encampment. Not the same as sea fishing here in the dunes, mind you. Real test of your reel out here. Trick is to hold on when it flails. Only takes one to make a day's haul. Good hunting. Alright, and I believe we need a special bait here. Yeah, sand leech. Yeah, let's get us... Yep, that's for fishing in the desert. So we'll go ahead and grab those. And they said out east of Beauregard Strike, which is this, and that's going to be, this is where the Emulja encampment is down here. It's not labeled, but from mining I remember seeing that over there. So we'll head out that way and see if we can haul us up a desert catfish. There's Albin the Ashen. There's that Emulja encampment they were talking about. And we're going to try tossing our line right in here. Alright. Oh, difficult catching that one. Holy cow, we're having trouble here. Wonder if I need to get some updated gear. Might want to check that. Well, there's something. Dust fish. Okay. Okay. The sand bream. There's two that we can catch there. Oh, goodbye, Choco. We'll call you back when we need you next time. A Storm Rider. Let's see, let me double check my the conditions for catching that. Make sure I'm not missing something here. Just make sure we don't need to mooch it or anything. Nope, sand leech or sand gecko, either of those baits we saw should do the trick, and it is a double banger here. Well, I don't know why changing focus of that mouse is causing such trouble. That is really strange. Don't like that at all. Doesn't look like there's any way to narrow that down to desert catfish either. We've just got a wide range of different fish that'll all bite the same bait here. I hope that's not the one that I'm losing doesn't happen to be him. Shouldn't be. Dustfish is level 38, the desert catfish is 37. The sand bream's 36. The storm rider, which we've caught, is 39, so we should be getting those. And an antlion slug, level 40. Alright, well, just have to rely on luck here. What do we got? Spirit bond with our weathered ring. Oh, and a ring of freedom there. desert cat? Here. Go for large fish. That'll boost our experience a little bit if we can catch them. May get some mooching opportunities here too if we can pull them in and actually be large. There we go. Storm Rider can be mooched. Oh boy, probably gonna lose that one. Yeah, that's like a level 50 fish that one tried to catch. Yep, my gathering rating is insufficient for that one. Alright, well, back to regular fishing then. And we'll give this a few more tries. If we can't grab this thing here fairly quickly, well, then we are just going to put that in the offline queue. We'll come back and do that later. And move on with our story, because we don't need to be wasting a lot of time right now trying to catch this one fish. Or I could just go buy one off the market board if it's fairly cheap. Could do that. Got some good experience though, making the attempt here. Alright, well that's it for now. Let's head back. Let's go check the market board just in case. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Nope, I'm not paying 9,000 for that. I will do that offline later. Alright, well let's resume our story then. Got our black mage. They're almost level 50. The story's only level 35. So we are going to, let's see, Speak with Ethelmere and Fallgord Float. Remember last time, the Waking Sands got raided. The Empire slaughtered just about everybody in there and captured Menphilia. The other Scions were not there, so for as far as we know, and so that's good. And so we're looking for a base of operations that we can use away from there, since our location got discovered by the Empire. Is there aught I can assist you with, miss? The Enterprise? You speak of Master Garland's ship, yes? Aye, I needn't refer to the records. I know that the airship was sighted overhead 5 years ago, clearly bound for Coerthas. What became of it after that I cannot say. If you wish to know more, pray speak with Vortifor at Florentel's Spire. He was on duty that day and saw it with his own eyes. I am unsure what it is you hope to accomplish, though. Even should you locate the ship, would you not need a man of Master Garland's caliber to fly it? I hear tell that the machinery is fiendishly complex. Well, as a matter of fact, we discovered last time that Marquess was indeed Sid Garland, and Alphino came to recruit him to our cause. So we do. We have the master engineer at our disposal. If we can just locate and procure the airship that he has that crashed somewhere in Coerthas. You have come in search of Vortifor. Then well met, for you have found him. Indeed, I have served as a whaler for many years, since before the great snows came to Coerthas. What exactly is this about? Ah, the final flight of the Enterprise. I do indeed remember that day. 'Twas on the eve of the Battle of Carteneau, nigh on 5 years ago. I held the spire alone that night, while the bulk of our forces marched to meet the enemy in the field. Then, all of a sudden, the most fantastic airship I'd ever seen splits the sky overhead. I could only watch in shock as it disappeared over the mountains to the northwest. If the Enterprise wasn't destroyed during the calamity, I'd wager it's still somewhere in Coerthas. The astrologians at the observatorium may have records which could help, but to obtain them you would need to deal with the Ishgardians who control the region. I wouldn't expect much, though. The high houses have long been concerned with their own affairs above all else. When Dalamud descended, they took shelter behind their gates, and even now they have little regard for the plights of other nations. Nevertheless, they may deign to assist you should you prove yourself useful. Consider providing your services to the soldiers who guard the observatorium. Though they may refuse you at first, I've little doubt they would accept aid freely offered. Alright, and for our hunt log, we ventured into this zone earlier. And there's that Aram Vale quest to finish up over to the southwest, it looks like. Ludovois. Excuse me, can you repeat that? You wish to offer your services to House Durandare. And what, pray tell, do you wish to receive in exchange? How absurd! As if we would permit an outsider to peruse the records of the observatorium. Do not mistake our courtesy for friendliness. The Holy See of Ishgard may allow foreigners to travel freely within these lands, but we do not intend to offer succor to strangers. Let's see. Yeah, these... Yeah. body pieces aren't going to be any better than what we've got. Level 36. Helone, have mercy. Are you still here? You may take shelter within our walls if you insist, but do not distract me while I am on duty. We're stretched thin as it is. And where in the hells is that knight I sent out on patrol? He should have returned ages ago. Perhaps I have a use for you after all. If you still wish to aid us, search the wilds to the west for my missing man. You will know him by his uniform, that of House Durandare, as is mine. Let's see, what does yours look like? Okay. And let's see, what's he offering here? Fort of Fear. I have heard much of your doings, and I think you the woman for this task. To the west is Zamael Darkhold. 'Twas meant to serve as the new keep of Lord Zamael, ever a friend to House Durandare. But before the masons and carpenters could complete their work within the caves, hordes of voidsent appeared and drove them out. In the years since, the creatures have consolidated their presence. As such, we officially petition your assistance in reclaiming the Darkhold. All arrangements have been made. You need only give your assent. Speak with Sir Ophelie at the Ingress if you are with us, and she will tell you what you need to know. Okay. And this guy is up here. The keeled over knight. I just keeled over. If it wasn't for you, miss, I reckon they would have finished me off. Despicable dragon-loving bastards. Death was a mercy they didn't deserve. I prayed the rumors were mistaken, but this confirms the worst. I must immediately inform my superiors that the heretics are operating within this region. Fare thee well, friend. There's Null. We'll go ahead and unlock this while we're in this vicinity. Welcome to Zamael Darkhold, built to withstand all Dravanian ploys and plans. These were natural caves behind me until House Zamael began to enlarge, connect, and fashion them into a stronghold. Alas and alack, the voidsent struck, interrupting the work. Alas! Then, in the confusion, Garleans infiltrated the keep. Alack! All in all, 'twas a fine mess. The Garleans were eventually forced into retreat, of course, but the voidsent remained, and so the fortress goes uncompleted, a home for abominations. Woe! Woe is us! Yet the war with the dragons rages, and we have no knights to spare for this noble mission. Even I am here strictly on a very long lunch break arranged by Sir Carolo. Please see to these abominations, Madam Adventurer. Madam, I have much prowess with the paperwork, should you require aid of that sort. Alright, so we'll unlock that one, which we will use later, perhaps. Any day. There we go. Alright. Now let's go report to Ludevois. I must say, I didn't actually expect you to find my knight, much less rescue him. I see I may have been premature in my judgment, miss. We are a proud people, beholden to tradition, but that does not mean we are without humility. I shall instruct the astrologians to entertain your request. However, understand that it is ultimately their decision whether or not you may peruse their records. Pray, proceed to the observatorium and introduce yourself to Edmil. And that one is for leave meets, which we're not going to bother with. Oops, I missed my turn. There we go. And thank you for joining us today. We're broadcasting on Twitch, Trovo, YouTube, Facebook, and DLive. I hope you're doing well. Let us know in the comments if you've got anything you want to say, or just sit and lurk with us. That's fine. Thank you for joining us. We are progressing our story. We're at level 36 currently. We got cast out from the Waking Sands. The Empire raided us and slaughtered almost everybody there and captured Menphilia. But we did discover Sid Garland, who is actually Marquess over at near Camp Drybone. So we've got another ally on our side here. We don't know where the other scions are currently. Ah, the lady come in search of the airship. This is highly unorthodox. Whatever could Sir Ludevois be thinking? It is true that we maintain meticulous records which stretch back generations. However, because this information is used to chart Dravanian activity, access is strictly controlled. One can never be too careful with heretics and their sympathizers lurking about. If you would persist with your inquiries, pray seek an audience with Chief Astrologian Forlamore up above. Okay, well, let's go check with them. No, absolutely not. Have you any inkling what it is you ask? Were our records to fall into the wrong hands, it could change the course of a war which has raged for generations. I speak not of some mere spat between Southron nations. Ours is a holy crusade, and we are the arbiters of Helone's will. I will not put our great nation at risk, certainly not to help a foreigner locate a missing airship of all things. Pardon the intrusion, Forlamore. I wish to speak with you regarding the recent... Oh, I did not realize you had a guest. Inquisitor Guillaume. Guillaume. You honor us with your presence, sir. The lady was just leaving. Or Guillaume. I don't know. Ah, you must be the one who rescued House Durandair's knight from those heretics. Doubtless they feel indebted to you. I am told you seek an airship last seen in Coerthas 5 years ago, yes? You come to us at an inconvenient time, I fear. Much has changed in the intervening years, and little for the better. While I wish you the best of luck in your search, I would also strongly advise caution. The snows can come quickly in Coerthas. One moment you may feel as though you have a firm grasp on your surroundings, safe and secure in your knowledge, and the next you may find yourself in a wholly unfamiliar situation, blind to the dangers hidden by the blizzard. It would be wise for you to focus on a single landmark whilst traveling. Do not give in to temptation and deviate from your course. Well, thanks for the advice. I was not aware you aided House Durandare in that fashion. Thank you, madam. Nevertheless, my decision stands. I cannot give you what you seek. Oh. Okay, what's with you? You there, madam. I could not help but overhear your conversation with the chief astrologian. There may be a way I can assist you, but it would require that you perform for me a favor in exchange. An associate of mine has yet to return from his expedition to the cliffs east of the observatorium. He was adamant that he could conduct his observations alone, despite the presence of Ixal in that vicinity. If you would seek out this astrologian and confirm that he is well, it would be a great comfort to me. I think we can manage that. That is off to the east. Oh yeah, Geronimo. Hiya! What a relief to see someone other than a goddamned birdman. I thought I could finish my work whilst the Ixal were away, but they returned far quicker than I anticipated. It was all I could do to hide and hope they might leave again before I froze to... Wait, who are you? You are not one of our knights. A man of House Durandare cannot be seen in the company of an unbeliever. Good day, madam. Okay. Go speak with this Josiah. The arrogant fool returned not long before you arrived, muttering about the disgrace of having been rescued by an unbeliever. Serves him right for underestimating the dangers our knights face every day. But you are eager to locate your airship. It may surprise you that by saving him you have already aided your own cause. House Durandare is quick to regard outsiders with suspicion, as it is their duty to sound the alarm at the first sign of Dravanian aggression, yet you have already aided them twice, for which they are honor-bound to repay you. Even so, they will not grant you access to the observatorium's records. That is just as well, for there are other ways you might locate your missing airship. What I propose is that you petition Lord Portelaine for an official introduction to the other high houses. The word of House Durandare carries tremendous weight in Ishgard. Should the captain consent, you would have little trouble obtaining information from the other high houses. All right, well, that sounds like a winner. Let's speak with this Portelaine. All right. You've caused quite a stir in your short time here. First you slay 2 heretics and save a knight, and now I hear you have rescued a man of our house. I imagine you must desire something for your troubles. An introduction to the other high houses. I cannot deny that you have given us no cause to distrust you, but while you have performed 2 acts, you would have me endorse you to 3 high houses. It is only fitting that you aid us one final time, wouldn't you agree? Okay. Okay, these ring bands might be good. More defense, the same intelligence. We'll take them for the defense anyway. Now I'm level 50. Alright. Ethereal manipulation. Rush to target. See, we will put that on here. Let's see. Let's try putting it down here for now. All right, well, what that means is at some point I may be able to get me some decent gear here. All right, anywho. Portelaine. 3 for 3. Now, I understand you are very eager to find your missing airship. Worry not, for this task should take a woman of your skills but a moment to complete. Not long ago, a porter bound for Skyfire Locks was ambushed on the road due west of here. Though he escaped with his life, he would very much like his wares as well. Excuse me. On the off chance any portion of his shipment remains, I would have you travel to the scene of the robbery and bring back what you find. Lest you intend to perform only a cursory search, bear in mind that recovering the stolen merchandise will endear you to House Halionart, further improving the chances that they indulge your request for aid. Yeah, you may recall from probably our first stream, we discovered that we had these silver chocobo feathers, which could be used at the Calamity Salvager, or one of the folks around there anyways. And some of those items were high-level gear, level 50. And we will check those out later. Okay, and I see a battle brewing up at the third one there. Alright, let's see what's happening here. Alright, you stunned me. Good job. Okay. If you're just joining us, welcome. Glad to have you here. We're progressing with the main story, about level 36 now in the story. How are you doing? Let us know down in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. Be happy to respond when I can. If you'd like to lurk, by all means, feel free to do that as well. We're just happy to have you around enjoying the atmosphere and hanging with us for a while. All right, Portalane. Have you good tidings to share? Or better yet, stolen merchandise to show? Yes, I do. God bless you, friend. It's all here, every last... Ah, but wait. That chest over there looks like it might have been pillaged. Bloody hells, that's the personal property of Lord Frankel, too. Or Francel, I don't know. Are you certain? Clearly an attempt was made to open it, but the lock appears to have held. Nevertheless, if you wish to verify the contents against your shipping manifest, be my guest. Fury, take me! A draconian rosary! In the possession of Lord Frankel? Yet, perhaps this is not so difficult to fathom. House Halionart is whispered to be infested with heretics. Thank you for bringing this matter to my attention, miss. I shall inform the Inquisitors immediately. Under these circumstances, I must strongly advise against associating with House Halionart. Your other introductions will need to be postponed as well. It is the duty of every Ishgardian to root out and destroy heretics. All else must wait until this matter is resolved. Okay. And you've got something for me. Come closer, lass, and listen well. This is for your ears only. Lord Frankel is no heretic. He is a goodly righteous man, wholly dedicated to the cause. I know this because I served House Halionart for years prior to the calamity. You must go to Skyfire Locks and warn him of the coming storm. The Inquisitors are ruthless and will spare him no mercy. Speak to him of Edelweiss, and he will know you for a friend. Now go. All right, let's find him. Yes, you look as though you have something to say. Do you? No. Is that an Edelweiss in your pocket, or are you happy to meet me? I see Sir Carolo has not forgotten my mother's favorite flower. A pity it has not been seen in Coerthas since the calamity. You may speak freely here, friend. Well, you see, it's like this. That's absurd. I would sooner die than become a thrall of the dragons. Alas, it matters little what I say at this point. Although the draconian rosary was not found in my possession, it will still be considered by many to be proof of my heresy. Yeah, I must do my utmost to prove my innocence to the Inquisitors, for if they harbor even the slightest doubt, this will only add weight to the incessant accusations our house has suffered of late. It's as though the gods themselves are plotting our fall. You risk much by coming here. It is only proper that I recompense you for this deed. Tell me what you desire, and I shall do my best to provide. A missing airship? I see. It may require a prolonged effort to locate your quarry. I shall direct you to one in a better position to assist you. Lord Horshaphant of House Fortom commands the garrison at Camp Dragonhead. Present to him this letter of introduction, and he will surely be receptive to your needs. All right, well, thank you. Deliver the letter to Horshaphant. He is up north. So quiet, just trudging through the snow. Oh, good. Another etherite we can attune to. And another chocobo keep. Let's see. We could make that a favored destination for now and remove Ailport now, I think. We'll definitely Camp Drybone. Ailport. Ah, the unmistakable swagger of a well-traveled adventurer. If you are come to pay your respects, be at ease, friend. I am not one to stand on formality. Truth be told, I would gladly welcome many and more brave souls like yourself, but enough chatter. Pray, tell me why you have come. If there is any justice in this world, these charges will receive no serious consideration. It is beyond inconceivable. Ah, yes. The letter made mention of a pressing matter for which you required assistance. What might that be? I want an airship. So, this enterprise you speak of was last seen above Coerthas before the calamity 5 years ago. I fear it may prove difficult to find any eyewitnesses to these events, for while Ishgard did not participate in the Battle of Cartano, we were embroiled in our own internal conflicts at the time. Nevertheless, I will make inquiries on your behalf and share with you my findings in the future. In the meantime, please enjoy the hospitality of Camp Dragonhead. I will see that you are afforded every courtesy as a guest of House Fortom. Oh yeah, we got some new pants we could use. The Talk of Coerthas. As you have doubtless realized by now, the high houses of Ishgard, House Fortom included, are either unable or unwilling to offer you formal assistance in your search. However, that does not mean that there are not influential individuals within each house who are sympathetic to your cause. I shall be sending missives to their various representatives in Ishgard, though I suspect it would be quicker and more efficient if you were to make inquiries of your own. Yeah, I think they left out a word there. Lady Nine of mine own House Fortom, who resides here in Camp Dragonhead, rather enjoys the company of travelers. There is also Cravelin of House Halinar, who can be found at Skyfire Locks, though any information you pry from the scribe may prove difficult to parse. Have you spoken with the chief astrologian of House Durandare yet? Really? Perhaps he will be more accommodating once I inform him that you are a friend of House Fortam. Do not concern yourself with House Zamail. I shall contact them myself. Seek the counsel of the three I mentioned and return to me when finished. Why, hello, good madam. What's that? An airship, you say? I hate to disappoint you, but I know nothing of what you seek. Likely no one of House Fortam does, for if they did, I would definitely know as well. The topic on everyone's lips these days is what will become of young Lord Frankel. Some say the allegations are long overdue, given how many members of House Halenair have been found guilty of heresy in recent days. Still can't decide how to say that, Halenair or Halenar. I'm sure somebody with more knowledge in French than me could pronounce that correctly. Let's see, I wonder, do we have anything here in this area? A lot of kobolds, sylvan screeches, shelf spine sahagging, Maljaw. No, it doesn't look like it. We're not going to find any guild or grand company hunt log entries here, it looks like. Oh, there's one here. Helone, grant me strength. There must be some way to... Oh, who are you? A friend of Lord Horsefant? I want to help you, I truly do, but these accusations of heresy have thrown House Halenair into chaos. Right now, we must focus on combating these charges and preserving our reputation. And back to Forlamore. Hello again. I gather you have been busy since last we spoke. Lord Horsefant's missive was positively glowing, but if you think that his endorsement is cause for me to disregard Ishgardian policies, then you are sorely mistaken. We are at war, madam, and the enemy grows bolder by the day. Why, in the short time since Inquisitor Guillaume arrived in Coerthas, countless heretics have been discovered, even amongst the elite of Ishgardian society. If Lord Horsefant wishes to waste his days chasing after a long-lost airship, then that is his choice. But if he expects others to share in his folly, then he is truly blind to the present state of affairs. Alright, well, we can just port back there now. By your countenance, I take it you did not learn anything of use. Nor did I fear. It seems the whole of Coerthas is consumed by this talk of heretics in the high houses. We can only hope that my sources in Ishgard proper provide more pertinent information. Road to Redemption. I had another personal request to make of you. It concerns Lord Frankel, of whom much has been whispered in recent days. I have received a report that he and 3 knights were seen heading north towards the Steel Vigil. The outpost was long ago overrun by the Dravanian horde, so I am not certain what he intends to accomplish with such a small force. Whatever his motives, I fear for his safety. Pray, journey to the Steel Vigil and see if Lord Frankel's party requires assistance. All right, leave it to me. Frankel, you crazy guy, what are you doing up here? Who goes there? Anne? No, stay back! The fiend is still here! Well, here we go. And we will aid the knights. Curse those fiends. It's as though they knew we were coming. I heard the beast's cries from over yonder. Then Lord Frankel is safe? Bless you, miss. Bless you. Confound it all, how are we to redeem House Halinair if we cannot even slay a single Avis? We are fortunate you came along when you did, miss. House Halinair will remember your kindness. It was a foolish thing to do, I know, but I had hoped we might demonstrate our devotion by slaying a number of the Scalekin. Moreover, it was House Halinair that yielded the Steel Vigil to the Horde many years ago. One might say that our defeat here heralded the slow decline of our house's once great name. We have been brought even lower by these despicable accusations of heresy, and despite my best efforts, I have done naught to improve the situation. The day of my trial approaches. Soon I must accept the judgment of the Inquisitors, whatever it may be. But even should my protestations fall on deaf ears, I will proclaim my innocence to my dying breath. And back to Horschiffon. There's Sid and Alphino hanging out. What did you find at the Steel Vigil? Ah, I see. A reckless plan, but at least it did not cost him and his knights their lives. I have news for you as well. A witness to the final flight of the Enterprise has been found. Alas, there is a complication. It has become common knowledge that you paid a visit to Lord Frankel at Skyfire Locks not long ago. Upon learning of this, the witness became understandably reticent to make your acquaintance, for fear of being seen in the company of a woman who might later be declared a heretic. A not unreasonable fear, given the zeal with which Inquisitor Guillaume has conducted his investigations. In any case, if we wish to obtain his testimony, we must first clear Lord Frankel's name, and, by association, yours. Sounds reasonable. Let's see. See if this is a weapon we can make use of now. A firebrand. Didn't I just make one of those as a guild? At the guild? Oh, and I get to use my buckler too with this. Alright, well that's kind of cool. Switch from staff to a more wand-like instrument. And use the shield. As I see it, the key to proving Lord Frankel's innocence is discrediting the evidence against him. I speak of the draconian rosary found in the chest you yourself recovered. If you would, please tell me of the incident in question. So, it was found in a locked chest labeled as the property of Lord Frankel. If the rosary was not his, then someone else with access must have planted it. Here's what you must do. Return to Skyfire Locks and speak with Reichman. He works closely with the porters who ferry goods across Coerthas, so he may have some inkling of who could be responsible. We'll speak with Reichman. Oh, okay, he's about midway between here and the observatorium. Someone tampering with shipments? Fury strike me down. If all them rosaries found in our people's possessions were planted... Hey now, don't you give me that look, lass. I'm a House Halenair man through and through. This heresy nonsense is bad for me and my family, too. I ain't saying the porters what were bringing the shipment did it, though. I know most of them what work the trade routes, and I've never had cause to question their faith. But if it wasn't them neither, then your guess is as good as mine. After all, most every shipment is thoroughly inspected before it... Eh? Could it have been the fellas what were responsible for the inspections? Ha! Ishgardian Knights and Inquisitors, the lot of them. As if they'd ever turn their cloaks. Reckon that means the porters are your most likely suspects. Hate to think it, but maybe you should question them. There's a crew coming to Camp Dragonhead from Whitebrim Front this eve. You might consider having a word with them. Alright, well let's do that then. The apathetic porter. Beg your pardon? You suspect that we porters have been planting draconian rosaries in House Halenair shipments? What nerve! If you truly believe such nonsense, search our parcels and see what you find. Yeah, I don't know if I would directly accuse him like that, but hey. Ooh, I find a draconian rosary there. Ooh, and in that one too? Are we finished? If so, I would appreciate an apology. Not so fast. But that's impossible. Once the knight at White Brim Front concluded her inspection, I loaded the parcels into the wagon myself. And if I had been the culprit, I would have never allowed you to search my shipments. Say what you will to Lord Horsefant, I will not be held accountable for this. Did something happen outside? I thought I heard shouting. But more importantly, what did Reichman have to say? More draconian rosaries in every single parcel bound for Skyfire locks? That beggars belief. Even the Inquisitors must acknowledge that this is no more than a crass attempt to sully House Halenair's reputation. Whoever is responsible has overplayed his hand. And praise Halone that he did. Lord Frankel's trial is upon us, and we must act now if we are to clear his name. From the very first, I knew it could not be that so many members of House Halenair were heretics. At last, we can give the lie to these poisonous allegations and put an end to this travesty. I will need to prepare a formal statement regarding these developments for the Holy See. In the meantime, I would have you bear my words to Inquisitor Brigi. Tell her that House Fortom asks, nay, demands, that Lord Frankel's trial be postponed until a full investigation has been conducted. What is it, my child? Lord Horsefant would have the Inquisitors do what? But that is not possible. Inquisitor Guillaume presides over Lord Frankel's trial at Witchdrop, even as we speak. Fear not, if Lord Frankel is indeed innocent, he shall walk in Halone's halls with the fallen heroes of Ishgard. Well, that's little comfort to his family, I'm sure. Oh, I need to talk to Horsefant here. They have taken Lord Frankel to Witchdrop. This is madness. The Inquisitor does not have sufficient grounds to subject him to that manner of trial. I will not stand idly by and allow an innocent man to die, and I would dispatch you and one of my knights to Witchdrop to forestall the proceedings until such time as I am able to join you and petition Inquisitor Guillaume in person. I will endeavor not to keep you waiting too long. Do whatever you must to keep Lord Frankel alive. Okay. Need to speak with Orlene. Orlene, who knows? Ah, fun. Aha, it's a glowing event point. Hail, Anne. As you can see, Lord Frankel yet lives. We must try to reason with the Inquisitor, but if his guards judge us a threat, we must also be prepared to defend ourselves. And they're going to cap us at level 42. All right. Joaquin Charlemagne Frankel de Halenair, you stand accused of heresy against the Holy See of Ishgard. Is there aught you wish to say in your defense? Hear me, brothers, these charges are false. The men and women of my line have never opposed the Dravanians, and I am no different. Since the very birth of our nation, we have gladly shed blood in service to the Holy See. Condemn me, and you will strike a blow for the enemies of Ishgard. It is for Halone to judge if you speak the truth. Prove your innocence in the eyes of gods and men. Leap from the cliff and entrust your fate to the Fury. The righteous shall take their place in Halone's halls, while the wicked shall reveal their Draken forms and be put to the sword. Ooh. In the name of House Fortam, I beseech you, stay your hand. Inquisitor, we are come on behalf of Lord Horshaphon. My lord has uncovered evidence which suggests that the charges against Lord Frankel are without merit. We humbly request that these proceedings be suspended until such time as a full re-examination of the facts has been conducted. Lord Horshaphon has allowed his personal relationship with the accused to cloud his judgment. That he should harbor private doubts I might have allowed, but that he would dare interfere in legal proceedings sanctioned by the Holy See, I cannot. To defy the will of an inquisitor is to commit heresy, a crime for which there is but one punishment. We must hold them until Lord Horshaphon arrives, and remember, no harm can come to the inquisitor. Take that healer out first. Should have done that. There we go. Lord Horshaphon. Come on, buddy. Uh-oh, more folks showing up. Come more. Another Kyrogen. We need to get them down. Oh, drew him right into that wyvern. That is funny. Alright, let's start working on this wyvern here. Oh, looks like we can't do anything to him. We just have to dodge him. Alright, well we will keep him pointed away from our buddies there and just wear down Alderac The unyielding. There he goes. Yeah, he's busy trying to heal himself now. All right, pick up the rosary. The wyvern takes to the skies. It is not our intention to defy the will of the Archbishop, but this trial, like many others I fear, has been orchestrated by enemies of House Halenair. They have used you and your fellows to sow discord, Inquisitor, to set brother against brother, that we may tear ourselves apart. The fevered imaginings of a desperate man. What proof have you of this? This draconian rosary. By the Fury! A draconian rosary! Then the knight who refused to yield, it was he who summoned the wyvern. A heretic in the ranks of the Temple Knights. This has grave implications. Your claims would appear to have merit, Lord Horshaphon. I shall withdraw my charges against Lord Frankel, pending further investigation. I trust you have not lost sight of that which first brought you to Coerthas, Anne. Pray, locate your errant airship, and use it. Lord Horshaphon, I have not the words to express my gratitude, but why would you risk your reputation to save mine? Because I know you, boy. You're too loyal to betray Ishgard, and too devout to question your sentence. Had we been any slower, you'd have jumped of your own free will. I would have done whatever it took to redeem House Halenair. Praise Helone, it did not come to that, but it profits us little to dwell on what might have been. Let us quit this place, Anne. Pray, visit me at Camp Dragonhead once you have recuperated. You look well, Anne. May I say what a pleasure it was to fight alongside such a fearless and skillful warrior? Were it not for you, Lord Frankel would surely have died defending the honor of his house, and I might well have perished at the hands of a heretic and his wyvern. House Fortam and House Halenair shall never forget your service. Now, let us return to the matter of your missing enterprise. The man with knowledge of the enterprise awaits you outside. I pray his information proves useful to you. Discomposed cataloger. How quickly the commoners' opinions change. They say Lord Frankel is innocent now, but just a few days prior... Anyway, you were inquiring as to the whereabouts of an airship last seen in Coerthas several days before the calamity, yes? Well, it so happens that I was monitoring the night sky at the observatorium during that period. I recall that a small vessel came from the direction of Gridania and landed near the stone vigil in the far northwest. The garrison almost certainly seized the vessel and brought it within their walls. If so, then you would need an army of knights to have any hope of securing it. Though Lord Horschiefant is, from all indications, quite fond of you, so mayhap he can lend you a few. In any case, I have done my part. I shall pray for your success, friend. Oh, so you've at last located the Enterprise. I believe congratulations are in order. The Stone Vigil? Ah, perhaps I spoke too soon. The outpost has been held by the dragons for years, and all access is restricted by decree of House Durandare. I will write a letter to Lord Drillamont of Whitebrim Front and request that he grant you permission to enter. That said, I fear my influence alone will not suffice, so I suggest that you request Lord Frankel do the same. Now that your business in Camp Dragonhead is concluded, I suspect we may not meet again for some time. I wish you well in your journeys, and may Helone guide you. All right, speak with Lord Frankel. Wonderful to see you again, Anne. If there is anything I can do to repay you, name it. So, the airship you seek is likely inside the Stone Vigil. It shames me to say that it too was once an outpost held by House Halenair. In the chaos that followed the calamity, the Dravanian horde caught us unawares. The fiends have held the outpost ever since. As we lack the strength of arms to retake the Stone Vigil, House Durandare instead has been charged with the duty. Given that, I doubt that my words will carry much weight with Lord Drillamont. Nevertheless, I will write you your letter. Before you depart, a word of caution. The cravens who attempted to destroy House Halenair have yet to be unmasked. Though their plans were foiled, they doubtless still harbor great hatred toward us, and towards you now as well. And let's see, this letter to... Okay, that's going to be out west of Dragonhead. Alright, well, we will resume there in the next stream. For now, we're going to head back to Ul'dah. And let's see, two things we're going to check out here. Let's see, International Relations is a level 40. I might do that, but I'm definitely going to check this Calamity Salvager right now. Let's see, they are near here, I believe. See what I can get. Oh, the Recompense Officer, that was the one, yeah. See if I can get anything decent here. Oh, I can get some fashion items, maybe, or no? No, I haven't lost anything from those, so I don't need those. Not seasonal items. Maybe it is the Calamity Salvager. Oh, let's see. Deal in spoils. Yeah, there we go. Silver chocobo feathers. Yeah, see, I could get me some level 50 gear, perhaps. Oh yeah, look at all that. Get some augmented for 5 feathers. Let's check the weapon here. Here we go. Get a super duper black mage weapon here for 5 of those feathers. We've got 10. And then we'll get another body piece, perhaps. That goes to our armory chest. Oh, we get body and legs together for 5. Oh, that's nice. Let's do that. Oh, it says I can't. Oh, I gotta be careful which one I buy. Yeah, there we go. The Thaumaturge, Black Mage. Alright. Well, that's nice. Let's see. Those all go to my armory chest, and let's put those on. Cool. Yeah, that gets our item level up to 72 with all that other low-level stuff on there. Alright, so let's go talk to Lalai. That will give us freeze. Ice damage with a potency of 120 to target and all enemies nearby. And I see in your eyes the look of a woman prepared to take on the daunting responsibilities of the Black Mage. There are few who know of our existence, even among those versed in the ways of magic. You will not even find mention of us in all but the most esoteric of texts. Yet the secrets of our dark art lie encrypted here within the forbidden library of this sacrarium. Master himself deciphered and read the texts some hundreds years past. It is said the first of our kind were the favored of Nald Thal, and it was he who entrusted them with the duty of sealing the Void Gate. But, as you well know, the power of black magic lies in its great potential for destruction. The slightest errancy in its use may give rise to the most tragic of disasters. Of the disappearance of the Black Mages from Eorzea, Master says only, we must not repeat the errors of the past. And Master has made known to me what it is you must next do. Listen to his words now with all your being. Ahem. The land has drunk deep of the blood you spilled, and by this act 3 souls of 3 races to Thanalin have come. The fires of our order once burned black and full, yet long ago they were left to wane and very nearly die. These 3 souls are the keepers of the embers that remain, of all that we now are. In the hands of one who will usher our return, the gem of Shatoto, testimony of our creed, will shine with new light, and by that light the 3 keepers will be made your allies. An Amalja by the name of Kezeg Cha awaits at Burgundy Falls in the east of Thanalin. Go to him. That is all. Dwell not on the fact that the Amalja are the sworn enemies of Ul'dah. It is not your place to question Master's will, for it is the will of Nald Thal himself. Go forth, Black Mage, and see the Void Gate sealed. And that is out from Camp Drybone. Alright, so we'll get into that next, and we may just go ahead and go through all of our Black Mage quests up to level 50. I think we may be able to access all areas that we need for that. We'll see. And with that, I'll leave you for today. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you hanging out with us for a while. And look forward to you next time. Take care of yourself. Have a great day. Bye-bye.